Hey guys, good evening. It is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. Welcome to IFYL Inspirations for Your Life. I'm so happy you decided to join me here tonight, February 5th. It's a Monday, 11:38 p.m. And thank you so much for joining me. Whether you're here at 11:38 p.m., 11:38 in the morning, 3 a.m., 3 p.m., 6 a.m., 6 p.m., potato. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for being here. I really do appreciate that. In case you don't know who I am by now, excuse me, I'm sure you know who I am, but I'm John C. Morley. I'm a podcast host, podcast coach, and a specialist in helping businesses tell a story that leads to them, of course, growing and being more scalable and, of course, more profitable. I typically work with companies that bring in 10 million or more, and they really are passionate about knowing their truth. And that's what I'm about developing truth and helping people find those truthful stories, or if they don't know what they are, I'm going to help them figure out what they are, but I'll do it from the truth. All right, guys, let's get started here. So our master topic for the week, which always starts on Saturday and rolls with the week and finishes on a Friday, how to help others. We're on series 3, which means we're in the third year. Third series, we're on show number 6. Our master topic for tonight is, when is it time to help others? Series 3, third year, show 6, and yes, episode number 3. First important thing, ladies and gentlemen, is to keep your cup full. So it's very important that we have a full cup. If we don't have a full cup, we can't help others. So you have to realize that we have to keep ourselves content and happy. And like I said, you can't help others if your cup is empty. In other words, you can't be anything to anyone. You can't support them. You can't train them. You can't teach them if you first do not have a full cup. Now, the question a lot of people ask me is, John, when should I help someone? Good question. When you want to. So there's a genuine power in our heart that helps others when it aligns with our own desires. And so it's about an authentic realism and impact of lending a hand when it comes from the heart. That's what it's about. It's about that notion. And again, coming from the heart is different than just saying heart, right? Knowing something is part of the heart is really key to our life. I think that is a big, big thing. But a lot of people, for some reason, I don't know, they just get stuck with the fact that, what's authentic, right? And so when you want to is important, because if you don't want to do something, then why should you be doing it? Just because somebody tells you? No. I always say to people that if you want to do something, it won't seem like a chore. It will seem like something that is just so pleasant for you. And you can make that choice in life, but you have to make the choice to do it from your heart. Now, thinking about our heart for a moment, thinking about the fact that we want to do things intentionally, and we want to do things when we want to do them. Because when we have that empathy, when we have that moment of truth, okay, that is the moment when things basically become pretty amazing. Okay. They become pretty amazing. And I really mean that to you. They become very, very amazing. And so I know you're probably saying to me, hey, John, how does it work? Well, as I said to you before, when you want to, there's the genuineness, that power that goes well down the road more than just wanting to help someone. It takes your own desires and aligns them with the feeling of what it would be like to help someone. Let's talk about that for a moment. What feelings can I get from helping others? Let's talk about that. So, thinking about this for a moment, there are lots of feelings, right? We could feel when we want to help someone. We could be very happy. We could be, we could be excited, right? We could be more grateful. Um, but no matter what that feeling is, it's always better when you have someone else to share it with. That's something I want to tell you right off the bat. It really means something when you do that. Okay. So thinking about that right now is, I'm going to tell you key, a real big key. Um, and so making the choice to do things because you're empowered to do them, not because anyone's telling you to do them, not because you have to do them. You do things because you want to do them and you want to create that amazing, purposeful life, right? Thinking about when you want to. I'm going to say that again, when you want to. So you help others when you want to. That really hits me because how many people do you know that want to help others just because they want to? Wanting to help others when they're going through a hard time is a universal instinct. But sometimes people just they hear what you're going through and then they don't want to bother. You can run into challenges like knowing how to help others when not to help and the understanding of how to take care and the care of yourself in the process. And when we do this, it's a growing experience for us. We always want to fix things so you can be a better friend, better family member, better lover, better community member, right? We want to do this, but for some reason, it doesn't always work out. So we should practice kindness and compassion. And I even said empathy. Empathy is when you really put somebody else's shoes on. A lot of people exuberate compassion, but they don't always put on someone else's shoes. And that's when you really know what they're going through. But you have to start by helping yourself first. So by not helping yourself, you risk burning out, losing patience, and this can really frustrate not only you, but others when you're trying to help them. Trying not to become addicted to helping others either, because that can be something that's a problem, and then people don't help you. When you're in this mindset, let's ask an important question, which is, how do you know you're helping? Well, the person can be grateful for what you've done. They could say thank you to you. They may smile at you. They may exchange a token, or they may bake something for you, or there's a variety of things that they could do for you. But when somebody does that, it's a way for us to connect and know that our life has purpose. Okay. Another one is when you're not putting your life on hold. How many people do you know that literally don't want to do something because, I don't know, because they just don't? But then how many people do you know that do something and they do it anyway, and they've sacrificed something in their own lives? They might say, gee, John, sacrifice is great. Yeah, it's good. But you shouldn't always be the martyr. You shouldn't always be the one that has, their hand out, ready to give something to someone. You need to have your hand out sometimes too, so people can give to you. But don't always be that martyr. Okay, you don't always have to be that saint. Realize you have needs too. And, I'll give you a perfect example. I was going to a dance practice actually for tonight for this this play that I'm in. I'm in this play every year. It's a charity-based play, and I was saying I was going to run a little behind tonight. I was going to be late, and I'm never late. And so what I did was I left. I was going to be late. Then when I got there, and the instructor was like, "Oh, hey, John, you're late." And I was trying to be like understanding, but then they kept like, why are you so late? You're always on time. Because I'm going through a personal issue right now. because I had to just relocate my business because my landlord decided to triple my rent. And a few people said, "Oh, I'm sorry you're going through that." And then they just said, "Oh, just forget about everything and let's just work about this tonight." And which is the dance. They gave a moment of compassion. But you can tell when people are genuine. How? Because you feel it in here in your heart. And I remember telling one lady tonight that, I'm going to stop doing things with a certain place. And she said, "Oh, what?" I said, "Because they're always taking. I'm always so good and I give all the time." But what I've learned is that you have to not put your life on hold. This is so very vital. Don't put your life on hold, ladies and gentlemen. Don't do it. Because the thing is, people are selfish. They don't mean to be selfish, but they think that their stuff is more important than your stuff. Now, that might sound a little crazy, but it's a truth. Sometimes you need to call people on the carpet like, "Hey, what the heck are you doing? What are you doing?" And you might be saying to me, "Hey, John, I don't know what I'm doing." So give yourself some time to connect to yourself and figure out what is it you really want. And are you doing things because you want to be able to just do them? Or are you doing them because you're hoping to get a reward from someone? Are you doing them because you're just expected to do them? And you might be putting your own life on hold. You might be. I know that sounds crazy, but it is really important to take care of the you in your body, the you in your body. We want to help others, and we're and we're going to get more to that, but I want to focus on the fact that you don't want to put your life on hold. There might be something like somebody needs your help, but suddenly that means that you don't get extra rest, or it means that you didn't get to go to a play, or you didn't go out to dinner. And it's okay if it happens once in a while, but I'll give you a perfect example. There was a neighbor of mine that had a problem a few years ago, and was happy to help them out with a short little thing. And this short little thing turned from a quick little 5-minute thing to a 4-hour thing because I wound up fixing the computer, to fixing their TV, and all these other things. And they didn't think anything of it. And did the person really mean to do this? I don't think they meant it. But I also don't think they were sorry either. They figured, "Oh, John has nothing to do, so of course he can come down and help me." I remember the phone call I got. "What are you doing?" "I'm in the middle of something right now." "Oh, are you busy?" "I am. You're going to be busy for a while?" For at least an hour or two." "All right, well, when you're done, could you come down? I need some help with something." Like, just assuming that I have nothing else to do. That's being disrespectful, ladies and gentlemen. I got to tell you, it's being disrespectful. The last one I want to share with you is you help others when others don't expect it. Let me say this again. Help others when they don't expect it. Two things are going to happen. One, you're going to feel really good. And the other thing that I think that's really good about this is that since they're not expecting much, they're going to be a lot more grateful for what you do for them. Even though it's something small, they're going to be like, "Wow." If you feel that people don't value your help, it might be because you don't value it. Let your friends know that you enjoy helping them But don't say things like, it's nothing. I didn't have anything to do anyway. Or I need nothing back. I just think it's fun to help. You don't talk down on what you did. Instead, say something like, I'm glad I could help. I think this will turn out great. You've got to bring yourself up. Help people with the things they struggle with that they can't do for themselves. Might be easy for you. Maybe you're great at a certain subject and somebody else isn't. Don't help people with things they could have done themselves with the same effort as you. If someone would have asked me for something because they were too lazy to do it themselves, I would simply ask if there's a reason why they can't do it. Help people with things that are easy for you to help them with. Don't be afraid to ask for things in return. If somebody did something for you, then ask for something back. Right? Maybe you did something for a friend. It's nothing. Oh, it took me hours, but I'm sure it's going to save you a lot of time. You got to make sure people know your value. Okay? Don't be afraid to ask for things in return. If you paid for the last lunch, the next one's on your friend. If you help someone with a subject in school, it's just natural that they help you out with another subject. So it feels like a lot of times maybe you give more than you get back. Bring it up with them. As long as you do it in a friendly tone, it'd be great for friendship. Hey, Mike, I always enjoy helping you. And it always seems that I help you a lot, but I never ever get any kind of help back from you other than some thanks. Avoid offering favors as a way to make friends. You don't need to make friends with favors, and it's dangerous to help people as a strategy for making friends or being accepted. If I help these people out, they'll like me more. If someone doesn't appreciate hanging out with you, they might feel obligated because they owe you one, or they might even start avoiding you. Let me say that again. If someone doesn't appreciate hanging out with you, they might feel obligated because they owe you one, or they might even start avoiding you. Make sure that people are your friends because they like being around you, not because of something you have or something you're doing for them. Tell people who are used to your help that they can no longer expect it. It's natural that people get used to your help if they know that you're always there for them. The only way for them to know that something has changed is for you to tell them, I know that I always used to help you, but I've realized that I need to focus all my energy on I need to focus all my energy on my own work right now. And they might get a little nasty or kind of write you off, which is fine. If somebody is playing you like that, then you need to stand up for yourself. Avoid helping friends who give you nothing back. Some people use their friends and abuse them and never get anything back. Avoid one-sided friendships because they're going to burn out. You can still be their friend and be friendly toward them, but if they ask you for a favor or bring up with them, hey, could you paint my shed, or could you do my plumbing, or could you do my computer? You don't have to do it. Right? Bring up with them that you feel that you give more than you get back, and you'd really rather not. Expand your friendship circle. I think this is something a lot of people are scared to do. Be generous and help those who appreciate it. Don't go out of your way to help people just because you want to be nice. Know that people will like you more if you let them help. Let me say that again. Know that people will like you more if you let them help. Practice saying no. Do it with me. No. Person just asked me, hey, John, I know you're probably not busy, and after dinner, would you come over? I need help hooking up my new laptop. Oh, Jim, I would love to. Tonight, I've got other plans. Maybe another night. I'm busy. Oh. So if they ask you again, and you still tell them no, they should get the hint that you really don't want to help them. Be alert of feelings of resentment. Feelings are a good indication that something's wrong. Ask yourself, why am I feeling this? Deal with the root cause. Improve your self-esteem if you feel that you're not worthy of change. Don't expect people to understand your situation unless you explain it to them. Break the old patterns now. Remind yourself that the power is in your hands, not in theirs. And what I want to tell you is this. I said to you before, no one has the right to make you feel inferior about yourself. No one. Only you, and you shouldn't even make yourself feel inferior. Sometimes when people get older, they think that they can just push that help button because they're older than you. That shouldn't wash either. That's just as bad as younger people abusing seniors or older people abusing seniors. That is just as bad. And I had a situation one time where they wanted something fixed. And I was saying to myself, gee, it would be cheaper to just buy a new one. But they figured because I had the skills, because I had the tools, that I would just do it. And I always would come out and say, oh, it's nothing. So I guess I'm at fault for doing that. So I don't do that anymore. I don't say, oh, it's nothing. I just say, well, I'm sure it saved you a lot of time. Give yourself credit. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. Of course, you know who I am by now. Of course you do. But in case you don't know who I am, I'm a serial entrepreneur, and I'm a podcast host, and I'm a podcast coach. And I'm a specialist in helping businesses tell a story that leads to them growing and being more scalable and profitable so they can grow their business. Now, I typically do work with companies that bring in 10 million or more, and they want to know the core truth about their business. If that's you, reach out to me because I'd be happy to help you. Have a fantastic evening, and I'll catch you.